Welcome to Cravings Control for Fat Loss. I'm your host, Laura Cavallo, former sugar binger, overeater, and yo-yo dieter turned fat loss and cravings coach for hundreds of busy women. Here at Cravings Control for Fat Loss, I'll be sharing mindset, movement, and metabolism strategies for those who are ready to ditch the fat diet cycle and slim down without counting calories, tracking points, or giving up any of the foods they love. Get ready to embrace progress over perfection, grace over guilt, and bring curiosity and learning to the inevitable ups and downs of your life. Expect a decrease in your cravings while seeing and feeling an improvement in how you look, how you feel, and your overall quality of life. I am so excited you're here, boo. Let's get started. Hey there, boo. I'm excited to share that registration is open for the free 7-day Cravings Cleanup Challenge, which starts on Sunday, September 10th. The Cravings Cleanup Challenge is a free 7-day challenge to help you reduce mindless snacking, afternoon cravings, and nighttime overeating by up to 50% using one simple habit. If you're someone who has struggled with cravings and snacking and overeating, and you've tried things like willpower, self-control, not keeping foods in the house, or just restricting, and these things have not worked, then this program is specifically for you. This is your chance for a final solution to your cravings while working with me, a cravings and fat loss coach that has helped hundreds of women get cravings and overeating under control. There will be no gimmicks, no fads, and no stress. Just real simple strategies and an empathetic approach to help you. This will be the 5th or maybe 6th round of the Cravings Cleanup Challenge. Nearly 80 women have gone through this free program, and I want to invite you to join them on the road to lasting cravings control. Are you ready to tackle afternoon cravings, mindless snacking, and nighttime hunger once and for all? Follow the link below to learn more and enroll completely for free. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Cravings Control for Fat Loss. My name is Laura Cavallo, your cravings coach, and today I'm excited to share with you 5 mistakes causing more afternoon and nighttime cravings. This is a topic that I get asked about a lot, and I know that for most people, the struggle when it comes to cravings happens in the afternoon, it happens at night. I know even for some women around your period or weekends tend to be like more of those cravings triggers. And so I wanted to share some mistakes, some common mistakes that I see women making when it comes to just their habits throughout the day, their mindset around eating and nutrition throughout the day that could be causing more cravings, hunger, and overeating later on in the day. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into this, okay? So number 1, your cravings, hunger, and overeating might be exacerbated by the fact that you are skipping breakfast in the morning. I know you're busy, okay? I know that you've got other people to take care of, okay? But you're still a human being that needs to do things during the day and it needs to have energy to work, to get in the car, bring people places, go to the gym, exercise, do what you got to do. You still need energy. So think about it. If you are skipping breakfast, your body's still going to be hungry later. So if you're under eating in the morning, then it makes sense that like later on in the afternoon and nighttime, you are going to be more hungry and you're going to be more ravenous and your cravings are going to be up because your body's like, we have not eaten all day. You've been up for like the last 9 hours and we haven't had enough calories. Okay. So breakfast is really one of the most important meals of the day that you could have when it comes to lasting cravings control. And I know that there's a lot of noise out there about intermittent fasting and 12-12s and 10-14s and, limiting your feeding window. But for women, this isn't really the best approach, especially when it comes to cravings control, for hormonal balance, just for mindset, right? It's like restricting yourself so much just can feel like you are going crazy. And so I do not recommend skipping breakfast. In fact, I recommend creating Satisfull Plates and a Satisfull meal for your breakfast within 2 hours of waking. And if you are someone that has gone through the Cravings Cleanup Challenge with us before, you know how powerful having breakfast has been for you. And We've taken almost 100 women through the Cravings Cleanup Challenge. This is going to be our 5th iteration of it coming up in September, on September 10th. If you have applied Satisfull Plates, then you know how powerful they can be for reducing cravings. And if you have not tried Satisfull Plates yet, you should definitely give it a go. It is the best way to start your day and to build your meals and build your plates. And if you want some guidance and you want some support as you build those Satisfull Plates, go ahead and check out the Cravings Cleanup Challenge below. The link to enroll is below, and it's completely free. Okay. The second mistake that I am seeing amongst women is drinking too much coffee or energy drinks, anything that has caffeine, and it's suppressing your appetite, okay? And as a result, you don't eat. And as a result, you end up overeating and having more cravings later when your appetite comes back and that caffeine wears off. And so I want to encourage you to not lead with caffeine in the mornings. Like, I am not going to take your coffee away from you or your energy drink if you really love it. But I would encourage you to maybe shift how you are consuming that caffeine and how much of that caffeine you are consuming. For example, if you're going to have caffeine on an empty stomach, then I would recommend having 1 cup and then making sure you have breakfast within 2 hours of waking up. And then if you do have a second cup of coffee, try to have it after you've eaten and not within 10 hours of going to bed, because then that can disrupt sleep and that can increase cravings. So try to be mindful of how much caffeine you are intaking. If you are 2, 3, 4, 5 cup a day drinker, that is severely going to impact your appetite, your hunger, your cravings, your hormones. Okay. You need to take an honest look at that. Under eating throughout the day is going to lead to more afternoon and nighttime cravings. So be aware if caffeine is one of those reasons that you are avoiding meals or not eating in the morning. The third mistake I see a lot of women making is not having enough protein with each of your meals. And I know that a lot of people think that, oh, I'm having enough protein, right? But you probably need more protein than you are eating. When you are thinking about having protein with each of your meals, I want you to use the Satisfull Plate guide that I have taught you in previous episodes. You can also learn how to do that one-on-one with me in the Cravings Cleanup Challenge. You want to focus on having 1 to 2 palm-sized amounts of protein with each of your meals. So the thickness of your palm, the width of your palm, think about having 1 to 2 portion sizes of that with each of your meals. So in the morning, that could be yogurt, it could be eggs, it could be sausage. For lunch, it could be turkey slices, it could be chicken, it could be ground beef. Same thing with dinner, okay? Protein needs to be at the forefront of your 3 main meals. That is going to help you feel satiated. It's going to help you feel full. And the more protein you eat, the less of these other junk foods that you might be more inclined to eat. Okay. So leading with protein for your breakfast, for your lunch, for your dinner is going to help keep cravings at bay. The fourth mistake that I see are women eating sugar or sweets on an empty stomach. Okay. What this can do is it can spike your blood glucose. And as much as it spikes up, it's going to come down and crash. And when that crash happens, you are going to crave more sweets, more junk, more fatty foods, okay? And I'm not just saying just sweet foods, but things that can really have an impact on your blood glucose. And so that could be things like fast food, it could be carby foods, it could be sweet foods, it could be sugary foods, foods that don't have a lot of fiber, foods that lack protein, okay? Foods that lack protein and fiber are going to impact your blood sugar a lot quicker, which can then cause you to crave more food and crave more of those very foods that you just had, whether it's chips or soda or sweets or cake or bread or whatever it is, okay? So try and pair your favorite crave foods, like your favorite afternoon treat, your favorite piece of chocolate, your favorite baked good, with some sort of fat or fiber, okay? Or some protein, okay? So for example, if I was going to have like a muffin, maybe I would have a yogurt with it, okay? Or if I was going to have like a handful of jelly beans in the afternoon, right? Maybe I could have an apple beforehand, or I could do like a cheese stick, right? Or I could do a cheese stick and an apple, and then I could decide to have something sweet if I still wanted it. Okay. So you're essentially trying to minimize that blow to your blood glucose, and so that it doesn't spike up as fast and it doesn't drop as quickly. And then the fifth mistake that I see so much, especially amongst women, especially amongst mothers, especially amongst type A's, is ignoring your own needs throughout the day. Oh, I'm not hungry, I'll eat later. Or like I have to do all these things before the kids get home or before my husband gets home, and then you're just on autopilot, you're doing things. You are not spending the time to ask yourself, did I eat breakfast today? Have I had any water? Have I been to the gym? I said I wanted to go to the gym today. Am I gonna get my ass up and go? Or like being super stressed and not giving yourself that moment to reduce the stress, and then you respond with eating, right? You're stress eating. Or maybe you're so much on the go that you're just exhausted and tired, and that's leading to cravings. So a big element to this is, are you ignoring your own needs as a human, as a parent, as a mom, as yourself? You need to eat consistently throughout the day. You need to drink water consistently throughout the day. You need to manage your stress and reduce your stress daily and weekly. You need enough hours of sleep, and not at the sacrifice of everyone else. So you need to ask yourself, am I ignoring my own needs? Okay, so these are some common mistakes I see that can exacerbate afternoon cravings, nighttime cravings, and overeating. As a quick review, you're skipping breakfast. What do you think is going to happen if you are not eating calories in the morning? You're going to have to eat them at some other time. Number 2, you're suppressing your appetite with caffeine, whether that's through coffee, energy drinks. And then when your hunger comes back, you're ravenous because your body's like, we have not had any fucking calories. We've just been like, we thought we were full, but like, we're actually not. Then your hormones are also a little frazzled from all the caffeine you have. Another major mistake is not having a protein-forward food with each of your main meals throughout the day. That's 1 to 2 palm size amounts of protein. If you don't know what protein is, you can literally do a quick Google search. That's it. Put yourself in the driver's seat. What's a good source of protein? Google it. Find foods that you like. Find foods that you enjoy. Number 4 is eating sugar, sweets, carby, fatty, junk foods on an empty stomach. Things that are devoid of fiber and protein will impact your blood glucose a bit faster. And the more it comes up, it's going to crash even harder. And then you're going to crave more of these types of foods. The 5th huge mistake is ignoring your own needs, being on autopilot, denying yourself that time to sit down and have a meal, feeling constantly stressed because maybe you're doing things for everyone else, or you feel obligated for work and you're not giving yourself any time to take a walk or go outside or de-stress or sit in the sun for 5 minutes. Over-exhausting yourself, not getting enough sleep, slowing down, eating meals, having water. All of these things are your basic needs, which can lead to more cravings and overeating and hunger. So if you're doing any of these mistakes, if you're making any of these mistakes, it's okay, right? Now you know that some of these things could be contributing to afternoon cravings, to nighttime hunger, overeating. A lot of these challenges can be remedied with Satisfull Plates, okay? And you've heard me invite you to the Cravings Clean Up Challenge, which is a free 7-day challenge where I'm going to teach you how to create Satisfull Plates so that you can reduce afternoon hunger, nighttime cravings by up to 50% in as little as 7 days. It's wild how amazing it works. Would love to know which one of these is like your biggest Achilles heel. Like, which one are you constantly doing? Like, are you a skipping breakfast person? Are you constantly eating sweets on an empty stomach? Have you been lacking protein in some of your meals? Hit me up in the DMs. Let me know which one's been your biggest challenge. And if you want to learn more about the Cravings Cleanup Challenge starting on September 10th, go ahead and follow the link below and you can totally enroll for free. And I would love to see you there. I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much.